Hello again, guys. How are you? I hope you're all fine. This is Enoch here from Henoch's Dev Lab. Welcome back. So today, before we dive into Python, let's install it first, okay? The first thing you're gonna need is to go and search for Python download. Then you're gonna use this link here. It is the first one, okay? Be sure that you are on python.org though. And then you're gonna download the most recent version. The latest one is this one here, 3.12.1. Let's download it. Okay, and execute. So let me close here the browser and let's focus here. So here we have the following. We are gonna be using admin privileges for this install, and we are gonna add Python to path so that, well, let's not dive into technical things here, but basically it will make everything works fine, okay? So let's use the install now button. Let's hit yes, and it will install Python interpreter and the idle as well. There's a lot of tools here that are going to be installed now. And then I'm going to show you how to test if the installation has been successful or not. So it's taking a bit longer than expected. Yeah, it is installed, okay. So very well. Let's open CMD, okay, Microsoft Windows Command Prompt. And let's see. As you can see, I'm using Windows on a VirtualBox, but it is the same thing as if not, okay? It's just a virtual machine. So let's hit Python here, and we do have Python installed. So we are inside the terminal, okay, the command line interface here, running Python interpreter, where we can use, for example, print to print something, okay? So if we use this and then parentheses and double quotes and enclose it with a phrase, for example, hello all, and press enter, it will print hello all to the screen, okay? I'm gonna show you in a bit how to use the idle as well. So we have this here, but we could also create a variable, which is basically a way to save a space in memory and store something in it with a label. The label in this case is the variable's name, which is hello, and the equal sign means that what is on its right will be stored on what is on its left, which is the variable name, basically. And in programming languages, we use data types, okay, to store into variables. In this case, we're going to store text, which is called the string. So let's put the same text that we used above, hello all, okay? So this text is going to be stored in a variable this time. So, okay, basically, on the first time, we did that print, and it just printed what we said, but now we saved the string with something, okay? A variable of type string. We'll see more about types later on. And we can print it. I'm just showing you here that Python is installed and working, but I'm showing you a bit already of how Python is so straightforward and easy to use. Don't worry, you're going to understand better later on. So print, and then we call the variable inside the parentheses. And if the variable has been set before, it will show it as value. So hello all. That's great. So let's go ahead here and show you guys Python idle, okay? Which is basically the same thing as we were doing there, but it is directly, it is different, okay? So if you go here about idle, you're gonna see that it is Python's integrated development and learning environment, okay? And it is an official item. As you can see here, you can use these details to further learn about it if you want. So let's close this. And here we can do some calculations. For example, 9 times 5 equals 45. And then you can see that text is different from numbers, right? So if we sum 9 with 5, but enclosed into quotes, we will have a text 95, okay? So, well, we can do another calculation now, a sum, okay? So we have 14 with 9 plus 5. So basically, I'm just showing you, as I said, that it is all working. And let's say that we wish to do something different here. We could create a file, okay? So we would create this file. Our code would be here. We would save it, okay? Let's say as code.py, for example, let's say in the desktop for easier management here for the video, okay? And it is on the desktop. So let's say that we would like to, let's call it n, a variable. Then we want this number to be of int type, an integer, and we want to get the user's input, and we are gonna say to the user, enter a number, okay? Then we are gonna print this number, print n. So guys, now we're going to run this code that we've written just to test if everything is working fine. And basically here, let's maximize this one here where we're going to run the code actually. When you write the code and save it, okay, if we type something, as you can see, we have seen here that an asterisk has appeared on the screen, an asterisk, okay? So meaning that the file is not saved. If you press Ctrl S, it is gone. So this is basic for Windows, for example, and many other OS, so that you know that you can run the code now. So you could type, just press F5, but I'm gonna click so that you can see. Okay, it started to run here. So this is a way of you to see your code working from top to bottom. Here we have n and the request of a number. So let's say 18, and then when pressing enter, it will print n, which is 18. So basically it created a variable with the value on the side. So this is another way of creating a variable with user input. So Python is working, it is clear, and now in the next videos we are going to start really working with Python so that we can achieve Java. Please hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, and let's go forward, guys. See you, and thanks a lot. It's a pleasure.